Good evening everyone. I'm the storyteller and I'm here to help you today. I know you use this video to fall asleep, so before that, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, where are you from and what time are you watching now? Get comfortable and relax. The Dream Thief. By Black Hollow Stories, in the style of Stephen King. The first time it happened, Emily thought it was just a bad night. She woke up screaming, her sheets tangled around her legs like the roots of a tree trying to pull her under. Her heart pounded so hard she could feel it in her teeth. The dream, no, the nightmare, had been so vivid. She'd been standing in a forest, the kind of place that felt too quiet, too still, like the trees were holding their breath. And then she saw it, a figure, tall and thin, with eyes that glowed like dying embers. It reached for her, its fingers long and skeletal, and just as it touched her, she woke up. But the feeling didn't go away. It lingered, like a stain on her mind. She could still smell the damp earth, still feel the cold air on her skin. And the worst part? She couldn't shake the feeling that something had been taken from her. The next night, it happened again. This time, she was in an old house, the kind with creaking floors and wallpaper that peeled like dead skin. She knew she was dreaming, but it didn't matter. The fear was real. The figure was there again, watching her from the shadows. It didn't speak, but she could hear its voice in her head, a low, guttural whisper that made her bones ache. "You have such beautiful dreams," it said. Asterisk, let me borrow them. Asterisk. And then it was gone, and so was the dream. When Emily woke up, she felt hollow, like someone had scooped out a piece of her soul. She tried to tell herself it was just stress, just her mind playing tricks on her. But deep down, she knew it was something worse. The dreams kept coming, each one darker than the last. She dreamed of drowning in a lake that stretched on forever, the water black and icy. She dreamed of being chased through a maze of crumbling buildings, the figure always just out of sight, always laughing that terrible, rasping laugh. And every time, she woke up feeling emptier, like the thing was draining her, bit by bit. She started to notice other things, too. Small things, at first. A shadow in the corner of her room that didn't belong. A faint smell of decay that followed her wherever she went. And then there were the whispers, soft and insidious, that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. "You can't hide from me," they said. Asterisk, I'm always here. Asterisk. Emily tried to fight it. She stayed awake for as long as she could, drinking coffee until her hands shook and her heart raced. But sleep always won in the end, and when it did, the thing was waiting for her. One night, she decided to confront it. She closed her eyes and focused, trying to control the dream. She'd read about lucid dreaming once, about how you could take charge of your own mind. It wasn't easy, but after what felt like hours, she found herself standing in a field of tall grass, the sky above her a deep, bruised purple. And there it was. The figure stood at the edge of the field, its head tilted to one side like a curious animal. Its eyes burned brighter now, and its mouth stretched into a grin that was too wide, too sharp. "You've come to me," it said, its voice dripping with mockery. Asterisk, how brave. Asterisk. Emily took a step forward, her legs trembling. "What are you?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. The thing laughed, a sound that made her stomach twist. "I am the Dream Thief," it said. Asterisk, and you, my dear, are my feast. Asterisk. It moved toward her, its steps slow and deliberate. Emily wanted to run, but her feet were rooted to the spot. She could feel its power, a cold, suffocating presence that pressed down on her chest. "Your dreams are mine," it said, reaching for her. Asterisk, your fears, your hopes, your memories, all of it belongs to me. Asterisk. But then something happened. Emily felt a spark of anger, hot and bright, cutting through the fear. This thing had taken enough from her. It had stolen her peace, her sleep, her sanity. She wasn't going to let it take anything else. "No," she said, her voice stronger now. "You don't get to have me." The thing hesitated, its grin faltering. For the first time, it looked uncertain. Emily took another step forward, her fear giving way to determination. "You're not real," she said. "You're just a nightmare. And I'm done being afraid of you." The dream thief snarled, its form flickering like a dying light. "You can't defeat me," it hissed. I am eternal. Maybe, Emily said. But you're not getting any more of me. She closed her eyes and focused, pouring all her strength into the thought that this was her mind, her dream. When she opened them again, the field was gone, and the thing with it. Emily woke up, her body drenched in sweat but her mind clear. For the first time in weeks, she felt like herself again. But as she lay there, catching her breath, she heard something. A faint whisper, so soft she almost missed it. This isn't over. She sat up, her heart pounding, and looked around the room. There was nothing there, just the shadows and the silence. But she knew. The dream thief was still out there, waiting. And it would be back. The end.